Now, I will admit there is one thing that does annoy me about this movie, and it's a personal thing. I mean, I love this dog. How can anyone not love this dog? I want him so much.
But if you close your eyes,
Poltergeist. So Poltergeist is a story about an average American family living out their daily lives when all of a sudden some weird things is happening in their household, and the only conclusion it comes to is that there is a poltergeist in this house. And so for the entire duration of the movie it's all about trying to solve a way to get rid of the poltergeist. What is it after? Why is it here? Now when it comes to the family in question, I absolutely love this family. I mean, it's a very typical American family doing very typical things, but it's a family that I relate to. It's a family that is very similar to every other household. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this family whatsoever. You know, you've got the mum and the dad who care for each other and care for the family as they typically do, but are also a bit reckless sometimes. You know, not everyone's perfect. And then you also got the little boy as well, who is a bit of a worrier, which is kind of like me. I was a worrier when I was a little boy, and I still kind of am. And then you've also got the adorable cute girl as well, who's there just to be adorable, but oh, she is really cute, to be fair. Now, them four in particular, I think, make the family what it is. It makes the family really special. It's got a lot of heart to it, but the older daughter, I don't know why she's in this movie. I mean, there was nothing wrong with her acting-wise. It's just the fact that she's there. You know, she doesn't really serve anything towards the family when that poltergeist stuff is happening. I mean, she's there for a couple of comical moments when it's like getting to know the family and whatnot, like the construction workers in the back garden. And there's also a little bit of a cheeky thing that she says near the end of the movie as well. That's quite funny as well. But I mean, in terms of a family purpose, you know, she is just a very, very forgettable character. I mean, for goodness sake, I don't even remember her name in the film. I mean, even when things are happening in the household, she then fucks off with her friends to stay there for ages. So you don't really see her for a lot of the film, and by the end of the film, you just kind of go, oh yeah, you're in the film. Forgot about you. The thing is, with the family, you can tell in the first half an hour of the movie that they clearly do care for each other. You know, it's a very heartwarming family, and, you know, nothing really happens in the film other than just getting to know the characters and what their personalities are like, which I think is a very good way of doing it, to be honest. Except for the first 5 minutes in the movie, I don't really know why the first 5 minutes was in there. Mainly because the first 5 minutes just shows who they are, and then it also shows the very famous bit with the little girl putting their hands on the TV and things happening. But you get an exact repeat of that in 15 minutes, so I thought the first 5 minutes was not really needed, to be honest. I think they could have easily just cut that out, but that's just me. I mean, it's not a big problem, to be fair. And to be fair, acting wise, like I said, everyone in this movie is brilliant. They all play their roles well, you know, no matter when it comes to the parents or to the kids or to the actual investigators of the house. Everyone is absolutely superb. I can't fault anyone at all. Now, when it comes to the actual poltergeist investigations in itself, I actually found that to be very intriguing as well. When it comes to the investigators explaining to the family, you know, what a poltergeist is and how it all works and, you know, what happens in the afterlife, I thought it was a very, very interesting way of approaching it. It was so intriguing to listen to, especially that scene where they're all whispering to each other in the living room. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And of course, you've also got that scene where the, you know, the midget woman with the glasses is explaining to everybody what's going on. That's awesome as well. Now, of course, it's 1982 and it's a horror movie, and obviously we're going to talk about the special effects of this movie. You can't ignore it whatsoever. Now, even though it is 1982, there are some aspects of special effects and the way that the ghosts use the household to do very manipulative things I thought was absolutely brilliant, and I love some of them. You know, whether that be the chairs in the kitchen or the way that the TV is used or the graves when they're coming outside of the house. And also you've got the tree, and then you've also got the house which is actually being swallowed up inside. I thought that was actually a really cool special effect thing as well. And the clown, oh my god. The clown is scary as fuck. I mean, that does also kind of get on my nerves a little bit as well. I mean, what kind of sick parents or a weird kid gets this clown as just something to play with? I mean, that's creepy as fuck anyway without it scaring you. And I'm sorry, but there are also some special effect moments which are arguably very famous, but for me I thought it was just, I thought it was just a bit too weird, a bit too bad for me, I'm sorry. The one in particular, without a doubt, has to be the face removing scene. I mean, I understand how popular it is, and it is creepy, I do get it, but oh my god, it's just... I'm sorry, I wasn't creeped out at all. It's just so bad CGI that I ended up really laughing my head off at how bad it was. I mean, it was... oh, it was so funny. I wanted to take it seriously. I really did. But I I couldn't do it. It was just so weird and so fake. It was just funny. And then you've also got the skull in the bedroom, and then you've also got the monster that's outside one of the bedroom doors. I mean, it's fair to say that they're not fantastic. If anything, they're actually really, really funny. Now, when it comes to the film's story, there is a plot hole, in my opinion, that I actually clicked on, which I just thought was a bit strange for me. I mean, the reason that the poltergeists are attacking this family in particular, and the girl as well, most likely, is because she has got this energy, she's got this life force that the poltergeists are trying to grasp onto. And later you find out that she was born in this house, so it makes sense that the poltergeist is attracted to this certain life force because her life force is within the house. But the thing that kind of annoys me with this plot hole is, why the specific timing? I mean, the girl, Carol Ann, is 5 years old now, and they've moved into this house for 6 years, so why did it take 5 years for the poltergeist to actually do anything about it? I mean, if it were me as a poltergeist, I'd go straight after her, you know? Or maybe the life force didn't click in for some weird apparent reason. I mean, it's only a minor plot hole, which I just kept thinking about. But it's also like, maybe there was an easier way to do this. Maybe there's a way to make that a bit better. Because I think a more logical explanation for that is, say if the family recently moved in, like maybe if they spent the first half an hour like spending the time of introducing the family as well, but also if you had them maybe move into the house. You know, because then all of a sudden Carol Ann is this new life force that's been suddenly introduced. But then she's not born in the place, so she doesn't have a life force. But is that the case? I'm not too sure if that's the case. I'm really not sure. It might be, it might not be, I don't know. It just gets me thinking about certain things like this. There's also a little thing that does kind of creep on me as well. It's when the family are going to try and rescue Carol Ann, and then the midget person is saying to the mother, "You've never done this before! Neither have you!" "Oh yeah, you're right. You go then." It's like, how does the mother know that? How does the mother know exactly what she's been through in her career? Guys, in the end, I thought The Poltergeist was a very enjoyable movie. I thought it was a very intriguing movie, the way that they use the poltergeist in the spiritual world and how it connects into the real world. I thought it was a very interesting way of doing it. I loved the family and I loved all the characters, nearly. And I think it is a film that I would probably watch again, which is why this movie is going on the bottom shelf. Interesting fact here for you as well, Tobe Hooper is actually credited as the director of this movie who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Even though Steven Spielberg did the producing, the story, and the screenplay. Apparently he also did the directing, but there was a very interesting thing that happened in the background there. But yeah, check it out, guys. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed your stay here, and I hope you will enjoy more videos that is to come on this channel. Now, if you wish to leave a like and subscribe, then that would be perfectly fine by me. But if you also want to leave a comment down below and express your opinions about certain movies, or this movie in particular, then go ahead. I want a good conversation. And in the meantime, guys, I will see you in the future.